I build wood, but the problem is, I don't know how. So you can really imagine how that went for me. So to get me off my feet, I decided to take strong inspiration from another artistic YouTuber and basically tried copying his design. The issue was that I could only see what he built and I don't really know how he built it because he never showed me how. So everything I was doing, I would have to do to replicate his artwork would be done with the absence of any woodworking knowledge. But anyways, it all started here with my 4x8 board from Home Depot. Board is a little too big. I think I'm gonna cut it down by 2 feet.
I'm actually kind of terrified. I shouldn't be holding this machine right here. Why it stopped? Holy crap.
So apparently everything I did was literally useless because when you buy your board from Home Depot, they give you the option to cut it to your size that you want. So I literally wasted like an hour or so of my life using a tool that I don't know how to use. Now we need to sketch the lines out on the board so we know where to cut. So we just finished the sketches on the board so far. It looks kind of like crap, but the vision is kind of there. Now we gotta bring it over and cut the pieces out. So last night, I was asking my mom to help me record her video. Stay there.
Stay here?
And then she was talking about, oh, you're gonna post this on YouTube, right? Yeah, I was like, oh, what do you have to do? You have to talk about the safety. You have to tell them to make sure to be safe first when you do something like this. First of all, my audience is not that big where it's really gonna matter. And second of all, what do you mean safety? Don't look at my setup, bro. It's janky as hell. You have this wobbly table, it's not even like a woodworking table, and you have a clamp that connects to a bigger piece. So the table to the bigger piece here, that's clamped down, which will be clamped to the wooden piece. So that is secured. And there's only one clamp here that's secured to the actual wood piece that's moving with the jigsaw on it, which is supported with like a janky table as well. There's nothing safe about this. So yeah, I thought that was pretty funny, but now we gotta start cutting the middle. So we're gonna have to take this drill right here, drill a piece down right here, and then insert the saw blade in there. And we should be able to cut it out, I think. That's what YouTube said, and YouTube never done me dirty so far.
I started to cut out each piece like I initially planned, but then I realized how stupid I was.
I am stupid.
You see, the plan was to just cut them out and stack them on top of each other to create a layer of depth. But when I put them together, I came to a realization that they just slid in between each other.
The biggest blunder of the century.
But luckily I had extra wood, so I could just cut the pieces out with that.
Alright, so I just took all the pieces and I laid them out. All of it coming together is kind of beautiful, low-key. Check this out. The concerns of it not lining up properly, it seems to be lining up properly all over here. The pieces that I just cut out, I mean, you can see the vision. It's literally there.
So after cutting, it was now time to sand. Sanding is literally the most boring thing ever in woodworking. If I could take something out of woodworking, it would be sanding. But it's literally the most important as well to make sure the surface is smooth and to get the best application of paint on there as possible. Bro, look how dark I am though. But I'm not gonna bore you with like 5 hours of sanding, just me sitting down.
Bruh, Bird really just did that. Hey yo, it's painting time. And I just gotta pop the can open. I don't even know how to do it. Alright, so I just finished detailing this thing. Oh crap, it's still wet. Just finished that for both of them. I just bought this oil thing from Amazon, and we're gonna go over it with this stuff to bring out the grain in the wood. I don't know why, but I expect it to be a huge difference. It just looks a little bit shinier. I might have just burnt $10. So.
But with those islands done, I'm just taking them and putting them on the final piece, as well as gluing the other parts of the pool together. Damn these jobs. But now that all the other pieces are finally finished, we need to find a way to bring them together. Initially, I was thinking that I could use epoxy and pour it on top, and the epoxy would slowly cure, thus
supporting the weight. But my uncle told me how bad of an idea that was, especially because we didn't think that epoxy could hold that much weight altogether. So I had to brainstorm and came up with an idea to bring it together but also elevate each piece individually. What's up, gamers? Obviously, first of all, we're in the garage now because it was too hot outside. I evicted my parents' cars, and we have more wood now. More wood. Love wood. I hate myself. I'm gonna kill myself. Love this wood. And then we cut it to size for the frame here, there, and then stabilize the whole entire thing. That's what we have to do next. The top part broke. Like, that's the part that's left. And then it's lodged in there. Alright, so we finished the frame border. And to address the gaps that we got right here, can't really see, but there's some space where the epoxy that we're gonna pour later is actually gonna seep through. I put tape on it.
Ah, yes. A masterclass in decision making. Behold the idiot. Having triumphantly stained the wood black, he then poured epoxy over what he bravely referred to as art. It was at this exact moment, slightly too late to matter, that he realized the tape he had so confidently applied was, in fact, completely useless.
Oh no, bro, what do I do? I just...
Naturally, panic ensued.
Bro, what the? The tape is trash!
In a flurry of poorly considered improvisation, he seized random household objects in a desperate attempt to capture the epoxy. When that failed, as it always does, he dragged the entire catastrophe outside, hoping to spare his parents' garage from sharing in his shame.
That's a wrap that fucking failed on me?
Bro. It's all over my pants.
Alright, so this is the aftermath after the epoxy pour. Obviously didn't go perfectly as planned. I'm not really mad about it because the unevenness of the epoxy kind of makes it look like the water is moving. That could be copium. Probably is. But I mean, there's nothing much I can do about it now other than buy more epoxy and spend more money and spend more time. But I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, now we just gotta move it inside. There you go. 6 weeks of my life, 100 plus hours of work, and $300 down the drain. You get something like this. But let me know how much you think it's worth, because your evaluation determines my own happiness. And if your evaluation is high enough, I might just hit you up.